The hadith says what? Of Tirmidhi. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says what? Badiru bil a'mali sab'a. Be quick to do some actions, be quick to do your actions before one of 7 calamities come over you. هَلْ تَنْظُرُونَ إِلَّا فَقْرًا مُنْسِيًا. Are you waiting except for a poverty to strike you that will make you forget Allah? Poverty sometimes can make you forget Allah. You're so hungry, you without money, you start forgetting religion. أَوْ غِنًى مُطْغِيًا. Are you waiting for anything except for richness and for money that will make you go beyond the limits of Allah? You know, you're saying, if I get some money, if I was to get that money, I'd be sorted. Sorted. I don't know how you say, what do you say in Edinburgh? How do you say? Sorted. How do you say sorted? Huh? Mente. Yeah, you're going to mente. That's good, bro. I like that. You're going to mente. If you get there, you're going to mente. But what happens? You know what happens is, you get the money, you get loads of money, you made it, yeah? You know what happens? If that kid inside you ain't sorted out, he's going to say to you, you had 1 property, secures yourself with 2 properties. So you go and buy 2 properties. Then you make some more. And like the brother said, you mint it again. So he says to you, no, you want to, look, you got 2 properties. Yeah, good. Rent that one out, get 3rd property. You don't worry, after the 4th one, you'll stop. So you buy the 3rd one, then you buy the 4th one. Then you had a normal car, he tells you to go and buy another car, buy an Audi. He tells you then buy the next car. Then he tells you, oh yaar, buy the Bentley yaar. Just get the Bentley, so you get the Bentley. Then he tells you, you got 4 properties here, you need 1 in Spain or Dubai, because every time you're flying out there, so you get 1 there. And you go 1 every, Allahu Akbar, there's no end to it. If that kid inside you hasn't been sorted out, you're in trouble, my friend. أَوْ غِنًى مُطْغِيًا. Are you waiting for anything else except for richness, except for a rich state that will make you go beyond the limits of Allah? My friends, there are people out there who got money and they want girls. They got money, they want fame. They got money, they want holidays. They got money, they want to spend it, they want to throw it. They got money, they want to burn it. They got money, they want to fly across the world. They got money, they want to play politics. They got money, they want to gamble. You know what? They got the money, they can do it all. Do it all. Who cares? They can bribe police. They got money, they can bribe MI5s and MI6s. They can bribe that. They got money, they can do that. You know that? You know why? Because the kid inside hasn't been taught a lesson. He's still throwing his tantrums. هل تنظرون إلا فقرا منسيا أو غنى مطغيا أو مرضا مفسدا. Are you waiting for anything else except for an illness that will corrupt you, that will cripple you? Man, you were so good, everything was wonderful. All of a sudden, you have been diagnosed with cancer. All of a sudden, you find yourself in an accident. All of a sudden, you've been crippled because something happened to you. Something so simple. Anything can happen to your spine, to your nose, to your brain, to your feet. You played football. You just went to play football. And you twisted yourself. You twisted your ankle. That's all you did. Just twisted it. But what happened? You twist in such a bad position that the doctor tells you that, you know what, even after operation, it's still not done. There are so many boys out there, it happens to so many boys. Are you waiting for anything except for an illness to come that will cripple you, that will corrupt you? أَوْ هَرَمًا مُفْنِدًا. Are you waiting for anything except for an old age where you start to forget what you're saying? There are certain people who get old, who forget what they're saying. If you want to stop yourself from getting old and forgetting what you're saying, I'll give you a remedy. The remedy is read the Quran. The more tilawah, I can guarantee you this. Any man, a woman who reads the Quran daily basis, you will not get to a stage of old health where you are forgetting what you are saying, who you're talking to. أَوْ مَوْتًا مُجْهِزًا. Are you waiting for anything else except for a sudden death? Sudden death. Some people, they didn't even say goodbye and they went. It wasn't even your fault. Some ullu pattu is basically done in the head. He thinks he's going to get to Jannah by blowing everyone else up, and he comes and blows you up as well. Ullu pattu. Damage in the head. Damaged. He goes and blows something up, goes and crashes something somewhere. It wasn't even your fault. I had a relative of mine on my wife's side. You know the Kenya bombings in the malls happened last year. You know the Kenya bombings in the mall? Yeah? My wife's relative, I think one of her uncles was in there. He just went for shopping, that's it. Gone. Blown up, gone. Mautam mujhiza, are you waiting for a death that is sudden? Awid Dajjal fasharru ghaibi yuntazar. Are you waiting for Dajjal? He is the most evil of those things that are awaited of the future. Dajjal, what, you're hoping for Dajjal? What are you waiting for Dajjal? These days, you know, the youngsters, they learn half the deen from the internet. They learn, it's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is if they learn it from a trusted source, that's fine. If they learn it from some, crackpot, yeah, it's going to damage them. So there are many crackpots out there on the net, many crackpots. It's a crack. What do you call crackpots in Edinburgh? Some other word you got? Anything else? Some guy who's like, no, I want some. Sorry? Tapped. Yeah, sorry. He's tapped. Tapped lad. So that guy is tapped. And what does he say? He says, that's it. Dajjal is here. Dajjal is here. I am the prophesizer. Gotta listen to me. Illuminati, Freemason, they're gonna get you, bruv. Man, these guys are sickos. Sickos, like the Prophet said, tapped in the head. You know what they did? Not this Ramadan, the Ramadan before that. The Olympics was happening in London. The Olympics, 2012 Olympics. These guys made movies. They made so many clips that the Illuminati and the Zionists are going to blow up Big Ben and the Parliament in 2012 Olympics time inside London. And it was Ramadan time. And it was going like a craze everywhere. I mean, it came, someone dropped a letter to the secretary of the mosque, and the secretary of the mosque pulled me up and said, have you read this? Tomorrow apparently is Jummah. And they even put a fabricated hadith next to that. The Prophet said, I'm saying it's fabricated, but the Prophet said, when there's going to be 2 lunar eclipses in the same Ramadan, boom, boom, and Friday's going to fall on, middle of the month, and there's going to be summer, whatever, boom! You better run. I'm telling you, and they were spreading this like crazy through the mosque and intimidating people and telling them. And on the internet, when I went after Taraweeh, I went on the internet and I just checked. I thought, what is this all about? And I found videos after videos, these guys who are tapped, right? They're telling you that they know the Illuminati is going to get you in the Freemason. That this is 2012. This is the year of the Zionists. This is when they're going to show the prominence and the one eye. Hey, Jimmy, one eye. It's going to get you. Because they've seen this sign and this movie and that video and that clip and this part, and they put it all together and they make it look real. And man, it was getting a big hype. And I thought, Ya Allah. So anyway, the next day, it was a Friday, the bomb's supposed to go off, right? I don't know what bomb in their head is supposed to go off, right? It never happened. Say Alhamdulillah. It never happened, right? So I went back on the internet, I thought, what they're going to say? So I went on the internet, they said, oh, we got the date wrong, it's going to be next week. What? You lot are crazy, man. Anyway, next week, I waited till next week, right? So next week they said it's going to happen. It never happened. I thought, okay, what are they going to say right now? So I scrolled down and saw what they're saying. And these guys, they're getting everyone dissing them. They're saying load of pattus and you tapped and you this and you that, right? They're saying all the words of fathomed words that come towards them, right? And you know what they wrote now? They said that, it's going to happen in 2012, but it's not going to happen. We got it wrong, you see. It's not the Summer Olympics, it's the Winter Olympics. Okay, let's wait for the Winter Olympics. So we waited for the Winter Olympics. 2012 Winter Olympics came and they started all again. Illuminati, there's a Zionist here, this and that. And you got all these shuyukhs on the internet, they're saying 2012. It's all going to happen. Boom, something's going to happen and the Zionists going to come out and the Illuminati's going to come out. They're going to take over the world. One new world order. I said so. I was the prophecy. You never listened to me. Tough luck, tough luck, tough luck. That's all they want to say to you. They want to say to you, tough luck for not listening to them. You know what happened after that? 2012 winter went. We didn't even hear about it. What was he all about? Now they're still on there, they're still saying Illuminati, they're making new videos out, they're putting up, Dajjal's coming, Dajjal's coming. Did you know that, Tamim ad-Dari from the Prophet's time, he got shipwrecked. This is a hadith of Muslim, right? These guys, I'm telling you, they are proper tapped. Have you got a better word for that? I want to go to the next level. Sorry? Was it Nabdis? Numpties. See, they're numpties. So they go to the next level, these numpties. What do? They just want to make your life miserable. These guys are saying Tamim ad-Dari, radiyallahu anhu, there's a hadith about Dajjal, that his ship actually got wrecked. And he was on an island, and he actually saw Dajjal. So he came back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam got him to report to everybody what he saw. He was on an island somewhere in Arabia, somewhere got shipwrecked for 1 month. He came back in another month, and he narrated that. It's a Sahih hadith in Muslim, fine. You know what these sheikhs are saying on the internet? To all these numpties? You know what they're saying? They're saying that island, hey Jimmy, listen to me. Now that island where he got struck, no Jimmy, it wasn't Arabia. It was Britain. What? Britain? Yeah, Jimmy, Britain, Dajjal is here, Dajjal is here. What are you talking about? And these kids, youngsters, they all get all hyped up about it. We know, he's coming. And then they get paranoid. They get absolute paranoid. That 2012 summer, one friend of mine, working for a Muslim organization, he said, Sheikh, I feel like taking all my stuff into a van. And this is true, he said this to me. He said in London, he was talking to me, he said, I want to shove my van with as much things I can get inside here before that bomb goes off. And I want to get my family inside there. And I want to drive as far as I can towards Scotland. He seriously said that. He said Scotland. Because you guys apparently are out of the, you're out of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you live in the mountains, He said that. Now people get cracked. Why? Just because of some theory. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us what? Are you waiting for Dajjal? Because Dajjal is the most evil of awaited things. My friend, my young friend, don't get excited about Dajjal. Dajjal is not someone you get excited about. You're supposed to get fearful of Dajjal. And that's supposed to make you do more a'mal for Allah, because the day of judgment is coming. The whole point of our Prophet ﷺ telling you and me about Dajjal is because he wants you to move and do your actions before Dajjal comes. Not because you're going to sit there 2-3 hours on the internet trying to look after YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video. Oh my God, he's going to knock on my door soon. Oh my God, I'm finished. My credit card, I used it. They know who I am. The cameras are watching me. Oh my God, Illuminati everywhere. They're crazy. And they look out for signs, and they find Illuminati signs everywhere they want. Now look at that. Look at that clock. Yep. Look at that clock. You see that clock there? Look at that clock. How many seconds is it? 13. How many seconds is it? 13. Illuminati. Did you see that? Illuminati. 13. The number 13. Wherever they see 13, it's Illuminati. And there's a pattern. I bet you if you count the safs from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you're going to end up in 13. Or 11. See, what is it? If they're not going to 13, they're going to end up at 11. If they get 11, they say it's from some Cyrus, I don't know, some Osiris, I don't know what they say. If it's 12, it's something Zion. See, 1, 2 look like Zion. If it's 13, it's Illuminati. If it's 14, something else. 15, something else. They play with these numbers. And it's like Illuminati, everything. They're what? The numpties. What are they? Numpties, tapped crackpots. All right, anyway. Rasulullah ﷺ said the last thing. He said what? Are you waiting for the last hour? For the last hour is something which is going to be very bitter. The last hour is going to be something which is a great catastrophe. Now the last hour which Rasulullah ﷺ talked about, that's coming, my friend. One of these 7 things are going to hit you. Either it's going to be poverty that will make you forget Allah, or richness that makes you go beyond the limits of Allah, or an illness that cripples you, or an old age that makes you forget what you're saying, or it's going to be a sudden death, or it's going to be the Dajjal, or it's going to be the last hour. One of those 7 things are going to hit you. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, before that comes, he said, Badiru bil a'mal. He said, be quick to do your actions. Because you know the state you and me are in right now, we're not going to be in that state forever. You're not going to be in that state. You're not going to be in that state. Your health will deteriorate. Your wealth will go in different directions. Your family members will either go up, go down. Things are always changing. The health, once it goes down, before you never used to feel cold. Soon you feel cold very quickly. Before they used to play football 3 times a week. And they still used to ask for more. And now the guy plays once in his 30s. He plays once and he's in bed next one and says, Before the guy you could eat. When he went for, doner and chips, the guy would take a full doner, full chips. After that, quarter pounder, straight in. Then get some wings as well and pizza, all in one. He says, give me more. And now the guy basically just takes a bit of a roti, a couple of rotis in his stomach, and basically he's saying, my belly's sticking out. He can't take it. There's too much. You know why? Your digestive system is getting slower. Your health is going to start deteriorating. Your body never starts to fix up as you used to when you're in your 20s. You're not invincible. Start doing action and fix the kid up inside. How do you fix the kid up? I want to say this to you and I'm going to end. Okay? How do you fix the kid up inside? The ego, the ego I talked about? How do you fix that up? The only one way to fix the kid up is to start to become spiritual. The kid likes material things. Material things. The opposite of it is to go for spiritual things. My friend, when you want to go for an antidote, you got a disease, you want to go for an antidote. The antidote to everything is the opposite. It's the opposite. You want to give your kid, your ego inside you, you want to give it an antidote. It's the dhikr of Allah. What is it? The dhikr of Allah. You do tilawah of the Quran, you remember Allah. The more you connect with your soul to Allah, the more that kid starts to move, the ego starts to move from a rebellious one into one that starts to listen to you. The more you start to pray salah and you concentrate on, not just salah like just salah without anything else inside. Salah by remembering Allah. Dhikr with remembering Allah, taking Allah's name, spending time, sitting down, doing muraqabah and thinking about Allah, thinking about death, think about the akhirah, think about the grave, think about the day of judgment, think about returning to Allah, think about death and beyond. These are things that change the mind, change the soul, make it more connected to Allah and make the kid, the ego inside, make it weak. Allah Azza wa Jalla said what? وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. The more zikr you do, the more you remember Allah, the more the nafs will say, you know what? I don't want to sit here, I want to stand up for tahajjud. I don't want to sit on my sofa, I want to stand up on the prayer mat. I don't want to spend time with listening and talking to these people. I want to spend time with my Allah. I don't want to spend this with this world and whatever I'm doing, I've done. I want to spend time with my akhirah. The more you soften that soul up inside, the more ready, automatically guaranteed, your nafs will tell you it wants to do things. Your nafs, your ego will prompt you to say, I want to do these good things. You know why? Because Allah Azza wa Jalla has put both the mechanisms inside. All you have to do is stop its tantrums. This is the way to stop its tantrums. You know what Allah said about tahajjud in the Quran? Allah said what? When you get up in the night and do tahajjud, Allah said what? Allah said, وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. Get up in the night and start reading Quran slowly in prayer. What did Allah say? Allah said, it is what? إِنَّ نَاشِئَةَ اللَّيْلِ هِيَ أَشَدُّ وَطَأً وَأَقْوَمُ قِيلًا. Getting up in the night, and that when you get up in the night, it's not an easy thing to just get up in the night to pray for Allah. If you are able to get up in the night, أَشَدُّ وَطَأً, you've just stomped your own ego, you just hit your own ego, you just stepped your own ego. أَشَدُّ وَطَأً وَأَقْوَمُ قِيلًا. And the best of statements will come out of your mouth right now. Allahu Akbar. You stomp your ego. Why? Because you have gone against your ego. The antidote to this kid ego, to the tantrums inside, to go against it.